Elsbeth returns on a special night Sunday, October 12th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Tracker returns Sunday, October 19th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Still a bit on the chilly side for tomorrow. We'll have some patchy fog to start things off, and we'll get some sunshine back. Much more improvement on the way for the weekend. Those details are coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we have the latest following today's assassination of conservative activist and Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk. Plus, the Michigan National Guard is in Escanaba training at the UP State Fairgrounds. We'll hear what kind of operations they're conducting. Following the retirement of their director, Escanaba's Department of Public Safety has new leadership. We'll hear from the new director, previously serving as captain. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
It's Boots and Knives Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With the purchase of an engagement ring, you'll get your choice of a Rapid River hunting knife or a certificate to go towards a pair of Red Wing boots.
Richardson Jewelers. Looking for a car that won't fall apart on the way home? Bam! Come to John's Auto where cars are clean, run great, and don't smell like french fries. Does your car need a tune-up? Bam! Service department. Do you want your car to sparkle? Bam! Detailing department. Need a quieter sister? Bam! Wait. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Automakers never stop thinking about your safety. When they discover a safety defect, they issue a safety recall and cover the cost of repairs. It doesn't matter how old your vehicle is or if you're not the original owner. All you need to do is bring it in. Do your part by checking for safety recalls at checktoprotect.org.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. Things remain chilly and cloudy as we head into tonight, and there is still below average temperatures. We will start to improve that slowly but surely, but as you head out the door, maybe later tonight, early tomorrow morning, there will be some patchy fog across the Upper Peninsula, again with those cloudy skies and into the lower 50s. So we'll clear the fog out once we get into the afternoon. We'll get some rays of sunshine back, but we'll round off those temperatures into the lower 60s. Like I said, the weekend brings much more sunshine and improvements on the temperatures, though those details are coming up.
Kelly, thank you for that, and apologies everyone for that delay. Authorities are working to piece together the shooting death of political activist Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA. Kirk's death is being mourned by President Trump and a number of political leaders. Torian Small has the latest tonight.
Charlie Kirk, a right-wing political activist, died Wednesday after being shot in the neck at Utah Valley University.
I run the largest pro-American student organization in the country.
Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, an organization for young conservatives, was known for inviting and engaging in political debate on college campuses.
This incident occurred with a large crowd around. There was one shot fired and one victim.
President Trump announced Kirk's death on social media and ordered flags to be lowered to half staff throughout the nation. At a Wednesday evening press conference, authorities said they are still working to piece together details surrounding the shooting.
The shot came from here on campus, from a location at a potentially from a roof, yes.
Authorities vowed to bring those responsible for the shooting to justice.
To whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you. And we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law.
Kirk's death comes in the wake of a spate of recent politically motivated violence, including the assassination attempt of then presidential nominee Donald Trump in 2024 and the shooting of 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses in June. In Washington, a moment of silence was held for Kirk on the House floor. Kirk, 31, leaves behind a wife and 2 young children.
A chapter of Kirk's Turning Point USA organization at Northern Michigan University held a call to prayer and reflection for his family at Woodland Church earlier tonight. We had hoped to bring you coverage of that gathering, but our reporter was turned away by campus police. President Donald Trump was scheduled to talk with Poland's president after Russia launched a series of drones over Polish airspace, marking Russia's most serious incursion of another country since it launched the war in Ukraine. But Poland happens to be a NATO member, which means the other NATO members, including the U.S., are obligated to help defend the country. Bradley Blackburn has more details from New York.
Polish police taped off the site where they were inspecting a Russian drone. Overnight, NATO quickly scrambled fighter jets to shoot down multiple drones over Poland's airspace. No one was hurt, but a house was severely damaged.
Allies are resolved to defend every inch of Allied territory. We will closely monitor the situation along our eastern flank, our air defenses continually at the ready.
Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk said words alone aren't enough. He invoked Article 4 of the NATO Pact, which says allies will consult each other whenever the territorial integrity of one member is threatened.
We see what Putin is doing. Yet again, he is testing us. Yet again, we will stand firm.
President Trump responded on social media saying, "What's with Russia violating Poland's airspace with drones? Here we go."
Putin is interested not just in Ukraine, he's interested in retaking what is the old Soviet Union. He wants to go after Moldova, he wants to go after Poland.
Senators say they want to move forward with a sanctions package, which they have been sitting on.
At some point, I think we have to punch back, and I think that point's now.
Trump reiterated an American pledge to help Poland defend itself during a meeting with the Polish president last week.
Trump said on Sunday he was prepared to apply new sanctions on Russia and that he expected to talk with Putin soon. Yesterday, he said that conversation would happen within a week or two. The White House has not yet said if the Poland air incursion would change those plans. Protesters rallied at Michigan's Capitol today, calling on lawmakers to block Wakefield Township funding tied to the proposed Copperwood mine near the Porcupine Mountains. Our Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy reports on conversations between activists and Upper Peninsula lawmakers.
Protesters with the Protect the Porkies movement took over the Capitol this afternoon to make their voices heard.
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Copperwood has got to go!
Demonstrators are pushing back against the Copperwood mine project near the Porcupine Mountains, saying tourism. They're showing opposition to a state budget appropriation to fund infrastructure in Wakefield Township, which they say would ultimately benefit the mine's development.
We're just out on the lawn just trying to bring some awareness to the reality of what this mine represents to the people of the UP.
Reports from the Highland Copper Group in charge of the mine say it would create over 1,000 jobs over 10 years, giving a temporary boost to the economy on the west side of the UP. But the protesters say that isn't enough to justify the environmental risk.
We could start a war with Canada tomorrow. That would make jobs. Does that mean it's a good idea? No.
UP lawmakers say the issue is more complicated. They met with protesters on the Capitol lawn, defending the budget plan as a way to bring much-needed investment into the region.
Everybody keeps mischaracterizing this. This is Wakefield economic development. It's much more than just the mine. Does the mine stand out to benefit from this? Yes, but so does Wakefield Township and the entire region.
Activists insist no matter the benefit, public feedback has been clear.
The people have spoken. Thousands of people from around Michigan, from around the whole world, do not want this here. We have spoken. It's time for the public servants to serve us and reject that money.
If we don't do something to spur some economic activity and get the West reignited, it's just going to fade away. And I refuse to allow that to happen.
The appropriation is set to be a part of the new state budget, which is expected to see a vote before the end of September. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
This week, a branch of the Michigan National Guard is conducting training exercises at the UP State Fairgrounds in Escanaba. The 51st Weapons of Mass Destruction Civil Support Team identifies, advises, and assists local law enforcement agencies facing complex chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats. Today, the team responded to a simulated lab, sampled the substances inside, and went through a decontamination process to keep any hazardous materials contained.
We often think about all engagements in wartime overseas, but it can happen here at home. So we want to make sure we're here on ground training with those authorities to show our support to different entities, including Marquette County here in Delta County and local and federal authorities around here.
Another component of the training is communications. Support team members establish satellite, cellular, and long-range high-frequency radio communications and are capable of responding in under 90 minutes.
When cell networks go down, we'll be able to provide that to a scene. Up here in the UP, there's a lot of ice storms. Cell service goes down a lot, so that capability is huge for the people up here to be able to continue their mission.
The civil support team will conclude its Escanaba training tomorrow. With the recent retirement of Escanaba Public Safety's director, a new leadership team has taken the helm. Former Captain Darren Smith has been promoted. He says it's been a smooth transition for the department with an addition of new drone equipment and a new K-9 unit already in progress. As he begins his new role, some of his top priorities are employee recruitment and retention.
We have one recruit that's in Traverse City at the Police Academy currently, and we still have 3 openings. We're anticipating a retirement in December as well. So that's one of the main goals, fill all the positions so we can kind of work from there.
Taking Smith's former position is new Captain Austin Young. An NMU graduate, Young has been with the department for 9 years. He says he aims to support the existing public safety staff and help the department move forward.
We're looking at kind of a new style, I guess you'd call it. Kind of be more involved with the public relations, use social media a little bit more, use the news outlets, as well as obviously you got to take care of the internal guys, even though we're down on people. I think the culture right now has been on a rise, and hopefully we can continue that.
The new leadership team is also looking forward to continuing public outreach programs like the Public Safety Citizens Academy, which returns this winter. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, a missile fired at a mysterious glowing orb, and it just bounces off. Tonight, we see the incredible video shared on Capitol Hill. We'll be right back.
Toyota Tacoma has been the #1 selling truck in its class for the past 20 years. You want to know how they stay #1?
You give Tacoma a more advanced powertrain. This hybrid iForce Max delivers 326 horsepower.
Tacoma's off-road capabilities are better than ever. And you've got an available 14-inch touchscreen.
Now you can get 2.99 APR financing on a new 25 Tacoma, or lease a Tacoma from just $269 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
Tourism has basically become one of the mainstays of the economy up here.
The Respect Marquette program is helping shape who visits Marquette and how they visit Marquette.
Protecting water and being part of organizations doing that work is essential.
At Shunk's Big Fall Recliner Sale, it's a great time to get a new recliner, and boy do we have them. There's hundreds of recliners in stock from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, and Best. Recliners start at just $2.99, and there's special deals too, like this big Lazy Boy rocker recliner with the extra plush seat for just $4.99. We have a great selection of leather Lazy Boy rocker recliners. They're just $6.99. If you need a little help, get this power lift recliner from Flex Steel for just $6.99. Reclining sofas are on sale too. Shop Shunk's of Marquette today.
This is a powerful place. In this chamber, decisions are made every day. Decisions that impact your life, your friends, family, and neighbors. Your life can be changed by what happens here. I'm 19 News' Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy. I report to you, tracking votes, new laws, and policies that change lives in the Upper Peninsula. The only place to see what's happening in Lansing is right here.
Sophia Murphy reports, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We were stuck in the clouds again for today, and we did have some light rain, about a 10th inch officially reported for us today with those high temperatures into Marquette, 58. That average is 69. We have had a string of those below average temperatures, and there is improvement on the way. May not come for the weekend. We'll get some seasonal conditions back, but then next week we're looking really beautiful. So before that, first warning weather futurecast, we will kind of still be stuck in the clouds a little bit, and we will have some patchy fog through the overnight and into tomorrow morning. Make sure to leave a few extra minutes heading out the door, as well as those low speeds and low beams for tomorrow. Now the fog should burn out. We won't necessarily get all that much sunshine to really warm temperatures up, but then hopefully we'll only be tracking that cloud cover moving in and out. We are going to start to trend really dry and also warmer than average. This is going to be really great for us going into next week, and also kind of looking at a really warm end to September as a whole. So it might make things a little bit tougher transitioning into fall, still feeling like summertime, or maybe that's something to look forward to. But overall, we will be trending for everyone across the Upper Peninsula some warmer than average temperatures. So this Friday night lights, we have some games going on. We have Hancock at Houghton, Kingsford at Gladstone, and Calumet at Negaunee. Now I took the rain out just because there is some very isolated raindrops possible for Friday night, so I don't necessarily want to put it here, but that is something that I'm watching potentially for Friday night. We'll keep an eye on it. It'll be a bit chilled into the mid to upper 60s, and there might be a chance of rain. Just pack the umbrella and the poncho in the car with you, and we should be all good. So that's the outlook for Friday, seeing those high temperatures into the lower 70s. Improvements in the sky conditions and temperatures, though, through the weekend itself, Saturday and Sunday. Lots of sunshine for Sunday, and temperatures into the lower 70s. So a pick of the weekend would probably be 70, just because Sunday, just because we'll see lower 70s and more sunshine. Something I want to touch on too, there really isn't much that we're tracking into the tropics, and something that's interesting to note is that peak hurricane season is in the beginning of September, but we are actually in the absolute peak of hurricane season right now, and we're about 2 tropical storms and 2 hurricanes below average on where we would be for an average season, and we were actually forecasted by NOAA to be an above average active season, but there has been the influence of Saharan dust coming into the tropics and kind of inhibiting those storms from developing. So again, we'll keep an eye on that, but things are nice and quiet down there. Things are fairly quiet for us too locally. For tomorrow, we'll have that patchy morning fog for you that will burn out by the time we get to the afternoon, and we'll have a few rays of sunshine, and the sunshine really continues through the weekend, really nice as we round things off. But into next week, this is what we are especially looking forward to. Lots of sunshine and those temperatures near 80 degrees when we get to next Tuesday.
Kelly, thanks again. A close encounter on Capitol Hill with a whistleblower showing some extraordinary video during a hearing about UFOs. It seems to show a U.S. military drone shooting a missile at an unidentified object off the coast of Yemen last year. But as Charlie Diagata reports, the aerial mission didn't go as planned.
The newly released video captured by a U.S. Reaper drone shows a glowing orb off the coast of Yemen. Suddenly, on the left side of your screen, you see a Hellfire missile zip in, strike that unidentified object, then bounce right off it. When we slow the video down, you see the Hellfire missile continue to travel on its path, that trajectory becoming clearer from this zoomed-out angle. Not shown is a second Reaper drone that launched the missile. Congressman Eric Burleson shared the video at a House Oversight Committee on what the military calls unidentified aerial phenomena, better known as UFOs.
That's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
We've never seen a Hellfire missile hit a target and bounce off.
Lou Elizondo is a former senior intelligence officer with the Pentagon.
When a Hellfire makes a hit, a kinetic strike on something solid, there's usually not much left of whatever it is it's hitting. It's very, very destructive. What seems to happen is that the missile is either redirected or in some case perhaps glances off the object and continues on its way.
A recent government report revealed the government received more than 750 new UAP sightings in the 2024 fiscal year, leaving lawmakers digging into the mystery and national security concerns posed by these objects.
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes. Yes.
Me too. There's a lot of information that's not in that video, like what mission they were on, and as they said, what are we even looking at here? We do know that the U.S. military was conducting airstrikes against Houthi targets at the time. Pentagon officials tell CBS News, no comment.
Long before astronomer Galileo first gazed at Mars through a telescope, our neighboring red planet has captured our imagination. Humans have long wondered whether there is or was life on the fourth rock from the sun. As Mark Strassman reports, a rock star named Perseverance may have dug up the answer.
This is a selfie of Perseverance, the rover that found this rock, potentially the most meaningful rock on Mars NASA has ever studied. Sean Duffy is NASA's acting administrator.
So this very well could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars, which is incredibly exciting.
These spots on the rock make NASA giddy, a potential biosignature of Martian microbes in an ancient riverbed more than 3 billion years old.
What made it stand out?
It just didn't look like the rocks around it.
Dr. Nikki Fox is NASA's head of science.
This is by far the most interesting observation that we have made as we continue to look for life elsewhere in the solar system.
It's a rock for the ages and for the big question, are we alone?
Coming up next on your 19 News, the Great Lakes Recovery Center holds its 18th annual Run for Recovery 5K Fun Run. We'll check it out when we come back.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Upper Peninsula State Bank is built from the customer's point of view. Our brand of banking blends technology with relationships. Video teller ATMs allow you to do self-guided or live teller transactions. You can deposit, withdraw, make payments or transfers, all quickly, easily, and privately. At Upper Peninsula State Bank, you'll always have the option of face-to-face interactions. And with our video teller machines, you'll be able to do so 7 days a week. We're redefining banker's hours.
Download the WZMQ 19 app or visit WZMQ19.com for the latest news and weather, around the clock and on your schedule. 19 News is all about you.
Today, we bring you the profile of a hero. Marine Private First Class Gomer Pyle.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. But this hero is a musical Marine. Gomer Pyle.
Weeknights at 9:30 on MeTV 19.1. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A veteran in Iron Mountain has reached a remarkable milestone, celebrating today with loads of support as well as federal recognition. WZMQ's Andrew Hands has more.
Happy birthday to you.
John Motti, a World War II veteran and prisoner of war in the Battle of the Bulge, is happily celebrating his 100th birthday. Today, he was joined at the Oscar G. Johnson VA by staff, friends, and family, gathering in celebration with music, cupcakes, and plenty of photos, as well as a presentation of federal recognition from Representative Jack Bergman and Senator Alyssa Slotkin's office. Staff say Motti's presence is well received by everyone each day, still able to live his life to the fullest.
He just this past week went to the fairs with us, both Dickinson County and UP State Fairs, so he gets out and still does things, still walking, talking, and functioning all on his own there, and really showing us what it means to be full of life at 100.
As many veterans from that era have passed on, Madi continues to share his stories, keeping the legacy of our heroes alive.
As our World War II veterans die, the only way we keep them alive is to continue to tell their stories. So for John to be so open and share his, both in the military and then his experience coming home to this community and what it was like to live here and raise a family, it's a wonderful rite of passage, I think, that gives us the opportunity to just keep him alive as long as possible.
When I asked him what his secret is, he told me this.
I don't know what I do, except I drink milk three times a day.
As he turns 100, John remains a living reminder of a generation that shaped history and the price paid for the freedoms we enjoy today. For WZMQ 19 News, Andrew Hands, Iron Mountain.
The annual Run for Recovery brought hundreds of people together in Marquette and Sault Ste. Marie today, raising money and awareness for addiction recovery services. Our own John Truitt was at the Superior Dome.
For 18 years, the Great Lakes Recovery Center's Run for Recovery has been inspiring people to break the silence of addiction and mental health challenges. This annual 10 and 5K run walk event raises money for GLRC's Compassionate Care Fund that allows anyone with a desire to recover the means to do so.
Treatment works, that recovery works, but we need to be able to have that present every day of the week, of the year, in terms of making sure that people understand that it's okay to seek help.
Former NFL player and mental health advocate Sean Jordan was on hand as an honorary captain for the event. As a veteran and a pro athlete, Jordan understands the need for more awareness of substance abuse and the breaking down of the stigma surrounding addiction.
It was important to me to be able to leverage those two platforms, veterans and also current and former pro athletes, to help reduce stigma and raise awareness.
Great Lakes Recovery Centers are among the few places in the Midwest to have a resident adolescent program. Marquette County Sheriff Greg Zybert believes early intervention is far more successful than a jail cell.
Incarceration doesn't work. We want to be able to help people get off drugs, get off alcohol, and get back on, to become productive citizens.
This year was the most successful event to date, with over $20,000 raised for recovery services here in the UP. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Apple has rolled out a new line of products, including the iPhone Air, the thinnest iPhone ever made. Joe Kent takes a look at the tech giant's effort to stay on top of innovation.
Apple is making moves.
At 5.6 millimeters, it's the thinnest iPhone we've ever made.
With the first ever iPhone Air starting at nearly $1,000. Alongside its new iPhone 17 and 17 Pros, starting at nearly $800 and $1,100 respectively. AirPods Pro 3 with live language translation.
Hello, welcome. Today, all the red carnations are 50% off.
But the reveal comes at a challenging time for consumers. According to Wallet Hub, nearly 9 in 10 Americans think iPhones are overpriced, and nearly 60% say inflation and tariffs will keep them from buying a new phone this year.
For the most part, Apple is still very much a premium brand when it comes to phones.
We spoke to tech expert Mark Spoonhour after Apple's unveiling on Tuesday.
The Apple ecosystem is really strong, and I think that some of that shine is starting to come off with the competition that we're seeing around AI.
Can you show me how to make a double?
First, press the filter size button on the left.
Maybe Apple's a little bit behind the competition, but they're known for doing that. They're usually late to market, and they try to be best. So we're going to have to see how that works out.
Don't go away. Final look at weather after this.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast this week. We've definitely had a lot of chilly and rainy conditions, so if that is what you enjoy, you've definitely been enjoying this weather. But if you still want to hang on to some sunshine and those summer-like conditions, we also have that for you as we get closer to the weekend. But for tonight, we will have some patchy fog and those temperatures into the upper 40s and the lower 50s. This is nice and seasonal, and we might have some of that fog stretching into tomorrow morning. We should burn that off by the afternoon, and some temperatures will get to the 70s for sure, but might be a bit of a struggle to see a 70 for Marquette. It'll still be a bit chilly, and over the next 24 hours we will still keep those rain chances pretty low for us into Marquette, Escanaba, and up to Houghton, and pretty much everywhere in between will be into that very isolated range, especially looking at the possibility for a raindrop or two for Friday night that might impact those Friday night high school football games, but we'll track that all for you. Start having those weekend plans though, because the improvement on the sky conditions and the temperatures also carries into next week, close to 80 degrees.
Kelly, once again, thank you very much. And that is all the time we have for tonight, everyone. More headlines coming your way tomorrow at 6/5 Central. We'll see you then.